What? I'm supposed to talk to the commander. What? Do they just aim but not shoot? Aha, and here's the good architect. So you came here on your own accord. Willingly? Why no escort? I'm not an escort, I'm a bachelor. A bachelor, an architect, who cares? I'm not going to waste my time getting to know you. Tell me, was it you that perforated my men yesterday? Well, now we're going to perforate you. If you're religious, now's the time to pray. Are you out of your mind? I want to see your superior officer, Alexander Block. Your Block is not our superior. He was only just appointed to be our commander, so don't run complaining to him. We don't take orders from that guy. This reeks of a court-martial officer. Come on, hands on the nape, face to the wall, there to the car. Hand your personal belongings over. Quick, march. This is absolutely absurd. Wait, I'm not the person you were going to shoot. What makes you think that? We'd love to shoot you, whoever you are. 30 people have walked this path today already. 2 of them have bought the return ticket, though. We only accept Panacea. Here it is, see? I'm keeping it close to the heart. So what, lucky guy, got a Panacea? I'm actually quite intrigued by your own file. He just knocks you out, what? They take everything I own, and then I immediately get attacked by dogs and killed. What the heck? I mean, I'm just gonna kill them all. Like, they really think a few soldiers is enough to stop me? What? Okay. I'll take it. They really have no loot at all. Like, not even ammo. It makes me wonder. I'm gonna save, but I'm also gonna load. I want to see something. Okay, they do. They do fire. Killed your men. The escort is dead. Ain't you feisty? Why'd you come then? I want to know who was ordered to arrest me. I did. I did. Now what? I want to see Alexander Block. If he finds out whom you have shot, you'll be standing against that wall in an hour. Your Block is not a superior. No. 3 weeks of court-martial. Okay. I don't like is I don't get it. Do I just have to play along and lose everything so I can actually figure out what happens? What? Can we not dodge?
Yes?
Listen, I can't feel my legs and my lungs are heavy. Please take a closer look at me. You are all covered in bullet holes. How did you survive? This cannot be. Do you have any weapons? Here, I have something I took from the wounded. They forgot here. See, a carving knife and small tourniquets. I also have cotton wool and lint. Give me everything. So you're saying there's smoking behind the wall, huh? Is this the... You know, this is a more interesting, like, end route. If it's like, you get shot, and then the Bachelor rises from the grave and just... Well, it gives me a rifle at least. Oh, 20 bullets? Yeah, this does feel like it's like an intended end scenario thing. Like, it's like... I lose all my stuff, I get a couple healing items. Is every soldier my enemy now? Okay, no, it's just the bad soldiers. What is the Twirine Shebeen? Is that the bar? Can't help her, I got all my stuff stolen. Got a knife and a rifle to my name. They didn't take my money, though. Ooh, they took my clothes though, so I'm pretty susceptible to disease right now. Oh, it removed the infection from me. Okay, I just have to not get hit by it. Dang, everybody out here dying.
I've had my share of dancing.
Hey, you haven't abandoned me, old boy. I wasn't expecting you to come, to be honest. See, I was stupid enough to return here. You probably know already that soldiers are at each other's throats. The squads that are loyal to the general are killing the mutineers by the cannon, and the latter are quite displeased with me. Tell me what happened. Start from the beginning. So, yesterday I came to my brother to sit by his side, as I was planning to. And there these war mongrels were. When I saw them, I knew our cake was dough. I had them removed from my brother's place and ran off looking for him. I kept searching all night, but he was nowhere to be seen. I even went to the general, and he told me there's a mutiny. So it was he who told you about the mutineers. I was there when he himself was informed about them. That is what saved me. I rushed to the cannon and started asking questions about an executed architect. They said they've arrested a lot of rabble to execute at dawn, and then they offered special treatment to me. I barely escaped with a whole skin. I see. Then I rushed to the pub to find reinforcements and assault the cannon. That's where it gets stupid. It seems that I've raised so much noise by the cannon that they've made special inquiries about me. They've sent a squad to the den. Okay, I know what happened next. How did you manage to break free? My faithful comrades have won me back. On our way here, they told me that Peter came home and was sleeping like a log. I made sure it's true, and I came back here to count my losses. I see. There's also a rumor that Andre Stamatin, the architect that had murdered every soldier in his studio yesterday, and set fire to a stone stairway later, was just executed by the mutineers. That's when the assault began. What was it supposed to mean? That was me. So I am you. The furnace of this catastrophe has molded me, my brother, and you into a single person. The fire of war has molded us into a threefold bullet. It's natural. We are one. The three sides of a single process. Come to the capital with us. Wait a minute. I think I've heard that already somewhere. Deja vu. Really? Well, it's no wonder another smart person has pointed out the obvious to you. Wait, it's too early to celebrate yet. Show me the design of the tower's foundation.
Yes.
I don't get a thing. These are the designs of spring, amplitudes, angles, oscillation, 50 pages of calculations. What is this? What is there not to get? It's a steel-woven spring buried underground, a gigantic stem, 5.5 meters in diameter, more than 300 meters long. That's some scale, huh? How'd you manage to screw this monster into the ground? Oh, we dug a trench. The riverbed was dry at that time. It was an insane idea, but the Canes asked Vlad to summon up the kin, and he did. This collective construction has been worked on by the whole termitary. We laid the pintle down gradually, and we dug its very sting underground at an acute angle. Tell me, Andre, did you find anything when digging the trench? Like what? Like an organic clot? Any unusual minerals or rot? No. Even I was surprised. There were only lifeless soil, firm clay, and sandstone. This cannot be. I don't believe this.
The children are leaving the polyhedron.
Architectural constructions seem to make passions run high. Some people demand the avatar to be raised, and others want to do the same to the polyhedron. It's like they're living creatures. They are living creatures, Daniel Tchaikovsky. Like the tower? The polyhedron is a mirror that preserves the reflection of a person that has looked into it the last. You know, when Nina died, Maria said she may never be able to cope with grief. She started to pine away. That is when Focus was created. By Peter? Yes. I don't know how he managed to do it. I think that's because he loved Nina so much. Anyway, he ended up creating a space she could inhabit. Can you imagine? You come into a room and can definitely feel that she's there, as if you simply turned away from her for a second, and you can talk to her. He loved Nina? He did. So he pierced the town's heart with a sting for her sake? You still don't get it. Simon conceived the polyhedron with a special purpose in mind. He never explained it to us. Children that have settled there were like little monkeys to him. He let them play there until it was time to use the tower as intended. What was its purpose? I think Simon has built it for himself, exactly in case he... So it's a tomb. I don't care, old boy. I only know one thing for certain. Everything can go down a hole, but the tower must be kept intact. It should be kept intact, if only for the uniqueness of this pathologic phenomenon. They said, title drop, Pathologic.
How's my...
He said the thing. The end approaches. Haru? What's Haru doing here? Go to sleep. It's way past your bedtime. You're here just in time for the end of Route 1 of 3. It's been, what, like 30 plus hours? What did you expect? I mean, yesterday I was killing innocent soldiers for resources. Like a true gamer. If you're good enough, it turns into a stealth shooter. But otherwise it is lots of walking. A prohibitive amount of walking. Like 80% of the gameplay is walking.
It's time to act. Show me the...
By the way, Bachelor, have you by any chance heard of the outrageous event that happened yesterday? In the Bone Steak lot? In the Bone Steak lot. Yes, someone tried to incite a riot. The military have exterminated an unarmed mob. A perfectly healthy mob. This is the event I'm talking about. And I know for sure who was behind it, because I know who turned out to be guilty of this horrible crime. Me. I was the one they framed. I think we understand each other full well, Inquisitor. Everyone was doing their job. Everyone only knew what they were supposed to know. Supposed by you. You? No. You only provided the military with information. That's not what I'm talking about. Talking about those who've orchestrated this mysteria, undoubtedly it was Maria, and this Mark, the impresario of the local theater, has given her a cue as to how. Yesterday she was unconscious all day long. She is a witch, the Dark Mistress. Have you already heard about Nina and Victoria? Ask around. Then you'll see who Maria strives to be. She will turn into a warlock queen and make the town bend before her tyranny, like Nina before her, only even more frightening. It can be proven. How can you prove it? I am content with the accounts of two extremely reliable prosecutors. They have known for sure that the yesterday's pictogram in the lot was created by Maria. The first is a man that has been selflessly in love with Maria for a long time now, and has recently come to know some of her secret doings. Who is it? Olgimski's son. He's dead. He's been dead for days. The second is Maria's younger brother, little Casper, who also knows Maria's immediate plans better than anyone else. He is so terrified of them that he's ready to run to the ends of the earth. Damn, me dealing with Olgimski turned out to be so untimely. By the way, if you want to talk to this Casper boy, please hand this panacea over to him. This file was brought to me by Barak yesterday. It's reliable. The boy will understand. Actually, after talking to him, so will you. Alright, I'll see to it. It's a bee in my bonnet, too. Wait, that was a side quest?
Have you met a courier?
There's little to no time left. Well, do have a look. I've got the blueprint of the Foundation. Here it is. Take a look. So the miraculous machine turned out to be a lever pumping poisonous organic matter from below the ground? How symbolic. There's a certain familiar logic to it, the general logic of the world's structure. Don't tell me you're surprised, Bachelor. Why are you calling it a lever? So the local diggers, drillers, and engineers find sophisticated ways to screw a longest stem into the ground under Andrei Stomatin's guidance. The polyhedral egg lies upon the stem as though it was a spring. Reminds you of a lever, doesn't it? But if the builders stirred the underground deposits when they installed the foundation, why has the outbreak only happened now? Because of the soil. I think this clot used to be a pit where the steppe people would bury the remains of slaughtered bulls. There are facts to support this. I suspect it was situated above the cramp's point. The pressure was gradually increasing. Perhaps the pintle was shifting, and when it got to the clot... Yes, sounds plausible. We found the source. I congratulate you on the victory, Daniil. Tomorrow's the last, and the hardest day. We have, but it's all very sudden. Somehow I can't shake the feeling you knew beforehand. See you at the meeting at the headquarters tomorrow. I'll come. I mean, I guess I save, skip time, and we just go. Completing the main quest has robbed me of literally my entire inventory. Maybe I can go talk to Alexander and he'll give it to me or something, but... I'd be like, hey Alexander, your soldiers shot me. Oops. Another day in the village. Plague victims getting firebombed. Soldier doing nothing about it. Me getting infected by a brown and then white cloud. A mugger chasing someone who is also being chased by a patrolman, and both of them get flamethrowed to death. That's an interesting one. The absolute state of this town. What the heck? What are you doing here? Daddy couldn't beat the soldiers, there were too many, and I busted a nose to one of them. He grabbed me by the belly, and so I kicked him with both legs. What happened next? He was taking the courtyard, and then the soldiers gathered the men from our entire street. They asked them if they're going to help them arrange a provocation, and Daddy said that they wouldn't. Then the main one, the guy with iron teeth, said to the cemetery, "Quick, march!" And they took them there. That's all I know. I'll try to bring your daddy back. What do you? Do not cry, pumpkin. Okay. Alexander, this is getting out of hand. Listen, your soldiers opened fire at me. I'm already aware of that. You're absolutely in the right. I thank you. Excuse me? Enough. This can't go on any longer. My units are not following orders. Yesterday, a quarter of them succumbed to the disease. Today, I lost a half more. The only good thing is that the plague mows the mutineers down faster than it does the loyal soldiers. You're so right, Bess. Yeah, I only had to lose all my items and get apparently shot. Fitting spoils their rebellion. What units are these? The 15th Company, the Flamethrower Corps, the 42nd Infantry Battalion, partially. The new raw troops, transferred under me on a railway haul, specifically for this damn mission. Do they have insignia or other distinctive features? Who needs insignia? If the soldier's off his post, he's a criminal. Criminals are subject to a quick trial and immediate punishment. This is absolutely obvious. Now is not the time to take a soft line. What should I do if I see a soldier off the post? Kill them on the spot. Offer resistance. Report to me. Although I'm already on it. If only I had enough forces left. The mutineers and the traitors would have already been exterminated publicly, just like at the Karstoff fords. Fine, I'll keep it in mind. Can I have my stuff back? Have those children come to you with a request? Yes, the mutinous bastards in military uniforms taking their relatives somewhere to execute. They've come to beg me to cancel the execution order. Where they've been taken to. I have no idea. We tried to interrogate the children, but they only sobbed and refused to utter a single distinct word. Why interrogate them? Who do you place in charge of the execution? I never gave the order. All orders which are given to soldiers without my approval are mutinous. Damn it. What an example they are setting for the rest. Last thing we want is for the weapon crew to become disobedient. These units are also raw. As for the mutineers, we'll punish them harshly. How exactly? Any soldier encountered anywhere but where I placed him as a mutineer. They are subject to a court-martial. Resist their actions. Your reputation will only go up. Would you allow me to deal with this unfortunate case? Certainly. I've already dispatched two squads to search for them. Thankfully, the town is not that big.
However astute, you are unable.
I wonder if the ending changes if I just kill the commander. Hello, virtual law. No, this is the HD RuneScape update. I'm trying to go skill my murder. I'm gonna try to get 99 murder. It's pretty useful. See ya, Haru. I wonder if it's a different outcome if you give him the panacea and then you just shoot him. I probably should have done that. probably a much better outcome. Rather quiet for a place where executions are supposed to be being held. The heck?
Sleep.
Didn't the kids literally say march the gray? Ah. Are you... Oh, 'cause it's... Are you evil? Why is there a suspicious worm over here? This is the ring of Suk, the gulp of blood. Your service to Suk is only as sedulous as the amount of blood you soak the soil with. It is a bare-handed melee fight. You may sink your teeth into him. A fight? One child of Bato stands against another. Fight to the death. No mercy. No one leaves the circle until the fight is over. The winner gets the blood of the loser. Suk gets the moisture. Bato gets the bones, body and bones. Now as ever. I'll try. Ho-ho! A vial of his blood is your reward. You are a winner, even though you've spilled so little on the ground. Suk remains hungry. Give me the vial. I can just keep doing it. What is the point of that? I love blood. Tasty, nutritious blood. thought you said everyone not at their posts, but how am I supposed to know what a soldier's post is and isn't?
There are dark rings.
We'll sleep the day away just to get to the ending. If it doesn't give me the ending, we're gonna reload the save. I'm just gonna give the guy a panacea because not having any items kind of sucks. It just killed me. Yeah, we're just gonna go back to here. I don't get it back. The question is, do I get to go talk to Andre anyways and continue this? Or is that like... It's weird that just killing the main bad guy doesn't... Or like is a fail state for the main quest apparently? I'm actually curious if it is. I want to go talk. I want to see if he's in the pub, and if it's just like a false quest completion or something. Let's also see what Bad Grief has in stock. I wonder if he finally has a shotgun.
Well, ain't that a mess? Kin on kin, soldier on soldier, a full-on fratricide. And the cannons will chime in any moment.
Alas.
Yeah,
You can't make trouble in Bad Grief Slayer.
I've had my share of dancing. The curtain falls. The children are... Yes.
Okay, so you can continue the main quest. So we'll finish... We'll finish off, I suppose. Just hope I don't need ammo for day 12. We'll see what Alexander has to say about me killing the entire 7th. Of course the flamethrower would just kill me. Why wouldn't he? We'll just give him the panacea, walk away, and not kill him, because it doesn't seem to have any impact. It triggers the... It seems to trigger the quest end state. Even though it let me continue the quest, I'm kind of worried that it might trigger the quest end state. So much walking. I have 9 revolver bullets, 2 rifle, 100 shotgun for the shotgun I never got. Why does that gunshot sound have to be so loud? Like, everything else in the game is like acceptable volume, except the gunshot sound that's just so loud. It's like blowing my eardrums out. Yeah, we've been through this
The children
conversation
are leaving the
before.
polyhedron.
Maybe this time I won't get killed by
Wait,
coincidental flamethrower fire.
You saved.
We're just gonna go straight across. Not kill any rats so that the flamethrower doesn't kill us on accident. We're gonna deliver the blueprints. And we're gonna sleep the day away and just finish the game. I hate rats so much. through this
Why
conversation.
are they? Yes.
Sister would love to have me removed from here. One of the adults will take care of the tower now. Simon or Mother, one of them.
Hey, Casper, what happened to Maria? You should know that better than me. I'm not going to help you with this. Aglaya Lilich asked me to give you this. I do not want to have anything to do with Aglaya Lilich. It's Panacea. I won't. I have 1,000 fellows here. Either all of us get it or none of us does. Take it, or give it to Olgimsky. He'll tell you all about Sister. I'll tell the Inquisitor that you, by any stretch of imagination, cannot acknowledge the complicity of your relatives to the Lot situation, against your personal preferences. Is that correct? It is. Now, no one will claim that I'm only saying that to protect my family. Yes, I've already realized what your position is. Okay.
They've grown.
Okay, well, Vlad the Younger is dead, so that quest is just not completable. Time to go sleep away my sorrows and wait for the final day to come. I should have saved.
I feel as though my blood is...
Maria's getting ready to become a mistress. Do you know about mistresses, Bachelor Tchaikovsky? Yes, I've heard about mistresses. We're not sure if we ought to be happy or sad. The joy could not be greater if she were to become a mother. For today a wondrous creature will be born, but the sorrow is also great. Maria is leaving. We used to have a beloved daughter, and today we're going to lose her. She wanted to talk. She wanted to talk to me, didn't she? It's too late now. Maria's unconscious. Her latest fit came last night. She came to for a brief while, then fell back into the depths. She will wake up soon, and I believe my daughter will be able to rise from the depths to which she has descended. Why did she summon me? My daughter had two final wishes, to talk to her mother and to visit the other two chrysalids? She can do neither now. I don't think she will ever talk to her mother again, but she must see the future mistresses, and they must acknowledge her. Is there anything I can do to help? Someone needs to take the symbols of succession from these chrysalids. They know what this is about because they can also feel this awakening. It is very much possible that Capella knows who has inherited the title of Katerina, the usurping mistress of Earth. She was, after all, the leader of one of the powers while we were dead. Why are you asking me? Maria did. She specifically pointed out she didn't want a stranger's hand to touch the rings that will forever adorn her body. What happens if I just say no?
The commander will hesitate no longer.
Okay, so I assume that's not actually relevant to the main quest. Let's just end it. It's been so many hours so far. I just want to see the end of the Bachelors are out.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater. First I'll go see if the Inquisitor has anything to say.
What?
Okay. What are you going to do with your life? Tell me. It's simple. I won't be staying here long. When everything is finished, I make sure that my daughters become the Scarlet Mistress. I'll relocate to Focus. I belong. What will happen to this place? Here's how it's going to be. The town on this bank of the river will be deserted. A new town will be built on the other bank of Gorgon. A town bigger, freer, and more beautiful. The people who will have found shelter in the specular cocoon will become its new inhabitants. Everything will change for the better. Last question. Tell me about Nina. She was a radiantly beautiful woman, a dark chestnut with an intricate hairdo. Her eyes were deep and of the color of French plum. Her features were noble. Her only failing was a tendency to blow her nostrils, but that was hardly noticeable. They were thin and tight and elegant. That's excusable. What else? She was carefully minding her P's and Q's. She had an imperial deportment. Nina was very tall and her waist was so thin that a man could clasp it with his two palms. She liked cinnamon and black cherry. Will that be enough? I can see now that you really loved her very much. That's not what I wanted to know about her, but he was just telling me about her wife, about his wife. I mean, I guess I just checked to make sure that none of my bound are dead or dying. They shouldn't be. Then we pass time and we go to the council.
My path was called Necrotic.
You saved my life, dear doctor. Thank you. My life is crucial to defeating another one. Do not rebuke me for my untimely selfishness. I'll have a chance to put to good use in the near future. What are you going to do with your life, Judge? Tell me. I've already done what I wanted. My life expectancy was low anyway. Why should I stretch my last days, accumulate diseases, and grow to become a burden for my relatives? No, the best thing I can do now is to give way to my niece. You're fading away quickly, Judge. Life is leaving you. How much do you have left? Not much, but I do not need much. Priests in the spirit will find a more worthy vessel than this old body. What about your spirit? What happens to you, Judge? What does my spirit matter compared to Simon's? And it is not going to stay long in the specular trap either. It's not even cozy there. When the new town is founded, Simon will dissolve in it, I'm sure. I admire for your courage, Judge. I wouldn't have lived to see today if not for you. Now, if my design works, I will be able to revive the town. I am grateful to you, my love. I'll never forget. What are you planning to do? Polyhedron will become from the new town what the abattoir used to be for the old one. A hub, a nursing organ, a source of vital power, and the origin of its history. How is it possible? It is a prism. It will refract sunrays, focusing them and inseminating the other bank of the river with its blessed warmth. It will all be about the solar cycle. The spots will shift and move following the laws of every calendar. Are you going to remove the children from the polyhedron? What will happen to it? The polyhedron, the beginning and the starting point of the new town, can accumulate childhood and its own magic. Routes, space, and structures that will stretch from the polyhedron will be able to ignite other flames of people who have left the town. Can it all be truly possible? Can you really do it? I am not alone. Moreover, I am showing you my real power. You're leaving today, aren't you? So remember me for who I was. Remember me not as the Scarlet Mistress, able to grab your life, ignite you, and drag your whole being along, but as a girl with her life hanging by a thread. Perhaps I'll come back here one day. I surely will if I don't forget the way. Alright.
will have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out to the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the General sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
We are nearly at the end.
A man would rather say
Well, sure.
evil
I
of
also thank you for
himself
saving my life,
than say
kind sir.
nothing.
Hats off to you. I'll have a chance to put my life to good use in the near future. That's what they all say, right? I still don't get it. You're an entirely different creature. How come you're in the same boat with utopians? What is there not to get, O esteemed and wisest of bachelors? You were a puppeteer. Your masks foretold our future. Or maybe they imposed it upon us. In all honesty, I don't see the difference. All this time, I was absolutely positive you were connected to the plague. You are correct, oh, the keenest of the astute. So what? I have cognized this side of existence from backstage, so to speak, from where the strings go and the machinery is hidden, and yet I willingly swore allegiance to the utopia. Does that tell you nothing? It doesn't tell me enough. You are, as always, a double dealer. You know, I'm glad you're leaving. You're a dangerous person. Dealing with you would be an arduous task. You're back to being annoyed already? And I was just planning to ask to what you're going to do with your life. Me? That's ridiculous. That's very tactless of you to ask me a question like that. Oh no, no offense taken. By me. You haven't offended me, after all. You've offended the Scarlet Mistress herself. My life belongs to Maria now, and I am merely her humble servant, always at her service. I know who you are. You're the devil. Well, seems like you can't be done with that, especially with the utopians. Yeah, I thought maybe there wasn't going to be any bad districts on the final day or something. Looks like there are.
My path was called
You saved my life,
larger
old
than
chap.
life.
Lovely. Soon you'll see that I won't let you down. Your gift is greatly appreciated. It's going to be put to good use. Live, Andre. Keep a close eye on Peter. You'd become desperate and turn into a villain without him. Okay.
Fortune appears
What are you going to do with
so
your life?
blind.
Tell me. I finally realized what my part is, you know. I'm good at breaking through to where no one is supposed to. I'm really good at breaking rules, at challenging and contradicting, but I have no idea how to build something. You're not alone, Andre. Exactly. There is no Andre, only the brothers Stamet, the twins. We are worthless without one another, and together we are worth more than any of the old schoolmasters. For Peter's fantasies have no limits. He's too naive for that, and I have the genuine freedom of action. You don't conform to anything. And this is exactly why I'll be able to implement anything invented by Peter and blessed by Maria's love. Neither death, nor depth, nor the law itself will stop me. All in all, I'm staying. I love this future pyre. It makes me feel like a demiurge. I envy you, Andre. Alright. I don't know where I wanted to go.
If we're in the majority,
You saved my
the
life,
fragile
Nano. Thank you. I'll
polyhedron
put to
will be
good
left
use. You won't regret.
untouched. We'll
What are you
manage
going to do
to
with your life?
sustain
Tell me. Here's what's going to happen. The part of the town on this bank of the river will be deserted. The people who will have found shelter in the specular cocoon will become its new inhabitants. What are you going to build? My brother and I will build the whole town. The cold hall will look like a mud pie in a sandbox compared to it. I've designed it in my mind already. Really? Tell me. I told you already of the idea to construct a building with variable density. Or was it someone else? But there's also a not house. There's a house that erupts from itself, an inside-out house, so to speak, but without the inside part. An encircled suburb that is at war with the center. A bridge suburb. And of course, a growing house that changes every week. How could you possibly invent all that? Are you really going to build all those things? That was an effulgent epiphany, a true eureka moment. My brother and I have planned the space already. We have laid roads, placed suburbs, and districts, and when we saw the whole thing and realized how much energy was hiding in it, you know, we exchanged glances. It will rival the cities of the greatest ancient civilizations. Alright, we go now towards the ending.
Dogs are howling. Why?
do you mean I'm too early? It's 7 o'clock. I mean 7 p.m.? Right?
Why are they acting so girlishly?
Still able to take a new lease of life? Definitely. It won't be easy, of course, but life has to be fought for, otherwise it's not real. Do not tear off the umbilical cord that has been feeding all of us since the beginning of time. These things are already going extinct almost everywhere. Is it really worth the effort to do your best for the sake of such a wretched place? And what about my friends? I won't be able to do anything without them. Are they alive? Is it possible to visit them already? I don't know. I want to take care only of you. Okay. Don't be upset. Don't be upset. Being a toy is also nice. But why did you play it like this? Why couldn't you have chosen a different game, like tag or something, huh? Because we've been to a funeral. They've been sending us out to the garden for 10 days in a row so we wouldn't get in anyone's way. They've been taking us to the cemetery for a week now, Bachelor, and if you keep being haughty, or keep being naughty, I'll take you with me next time and leave you among the wreaths so that you know better. But why did you need dolls? Couldn't you have played without us? Well, we did need to find some use for you. We've never liked you all that much anyway. You've always been the scary doll. Playing with you is no fun. So you stuck the throwaways into the thick of it. The ones that could fix things. You can't always have a smart doctor at hand. That's just how the game goes. Will you help us heal the town? I'll heal it for my own sake, not for yours. Indeed, it was a sandbox plague. The children who were playing there must have been on their way home from the funeral. What? Sorrowful game may have seemed an appropriate diversion to them, or maybe they simply felt their childhood was slipping away. One way or another, the hero's been bitterly deceived. All this time, the hero took himself to be a living man who was trying to rescue his fellow human beings. Beyond doubt, this has filled him with fervor, helped him to reach the finale and be somewhat triumphant. In vain, it was all in vain. The hero was but a puppet, striving to help the imaginary population of a town that was nothing more than a drop. Strangely, there's still not a word to be heard from the powers that be. Perhaps they became bored of it all, or were called back home for supper. Hey look, it's Bachelor. Wow, he's so big. How did you find us? They've already told you, right? So the powers that be are you. I want you to tell me everything. No problem. What do you want to know? What diabolical game are you playing? Look, it's a magic sandbox. See how it reflects in the mirrors? It's because everything's for real there. Here's a town. We've made it out of sand. And there's this awful thing going on there. An epidemic. So it's all crumbling. The town's falling apart, but we've sent heroes there to fix it. So how do you go about sending the heroes? It's rotting, see? Ew, we hope they'd think of something. Mirrored in sand, at least. They're magical too. They're magical too, you know, the heroes are. Take you, for example. Look how it all worked out. You used to be a doll, and now you're alive. Perhaps the rest also work like this. What are you going to do now? Heal the town, please. Just look, it's so wonderful. It's alive and it's our favorite one. We won't be able to make another one like this. If it can't be helped, then it will disappear forever. You know how much we love it? Surprising twist. I really have to walk all the way back.
If we, the outcast children, live, the
Come, Bachelor, the Assembly is awaiting your decision. The queens of this chessboard are in a deadlock. They have each other pinned down. The game may very well end in a tragic stalemate. You are a pawn at the finishing line. Deliver your checkmate, mate. Do I hear laughter from under your ugly beak? Funny, now everything will be decided. The Inquisitor lass seems to think she's used you. Confused? Don't you fret. She's also nothing. Everything has led to this. You are now acting in the interest of inevitability. You can't get away from it. Evil conquers all.
Did you see anything weird on your way here?
I knew you would come. When will you begin to execute your design, Maria? I have already begun, my Danielle. When the night falls and the wind scatters the smoke above the scorched earth and the dust of the building's demolished settles, you will see several new constellations light up in the sky. They will plunge their light towards us, and when the first specks of this light reach the constellations of Polyhedron, a miracle will happen. What will they be like? How are you going to call them? I'll see, but I expect them to be mostly red. Ruby, scarlet, crimson, carmine, merlot, mahogany, vermilion, garnet, rose, pink, burgundy. Perhaps you may even notice something familiar in the structure of those constellations. Where will these constellations come from? They've existed for a long time already. People just couldn't see them before because their light was hurrying towards us from far beyond. Now the first rays of these stars are about to reach our surfaces. We will see their light reflected in the specular planes of the preserved polyhedron. What will become of your family, Maria? Perishing, burning down, dissolving without a trace. That is my family's destiny. It happened to my mother, it happened to Simon. Tomorrow Georgie dies, and my father will fade out in a week. In 10 years, when my town is complete, I will pass on in the same fashion. What will happen to the children? Will you expel them from the tower? There's nothing to be done about it. They have to free up the space for the new guests. My brother will become embittered, betray me, and rebel against me, but I'll find a way to deal with him. He'll cower behind Capella's back willingly when my mother's eyes frown and glare at him. Have you become a mistress already? No, I haven't. You won't see it here, unless you're planning to stay, of course. I have considered the pros and the cons. I'm staying.
It will be as you choose.
I am indeed powerless, as you can see. I am accused of having arranged your discovery. I've lost my vote of confidence, so tell them whose discovery it is. For the laurels are yours. Are you in doubt? Your diabolical deception was so simple. The cause and the source. It's so easy to put these very different things together, Inquisitor. But they are not the same. In this case, they are. It's strange that you failed to see that. This place is a utopia. That is, an abuse of nature. The utopia must be destroyed. It's evil. It's not your place to talk good and evil, Inquisitor. Stay here and watch me change the world. So, Bachelor, it was neither greed nor plotting nor circumstance that has informed your choice, but your conscience alone. I've been given orders to level everything here, but if that's not necessary, I'm willing to trust your judgment, risking my life and honor, for I am merciful. Where shall I point the weapon? Let the settlement be destroyed, but there's no reason to hurt the polyhedron. The survivors will find shelter there until we vaccinate them and the epidemic dies out. So you think that the town is doomed? I do. The soil underneath it is soaked with poison. We're very lucky the ground here is so fastidious. Plow every inch of it up with shells, shake it, and pull its rocks out. Split it into cracks so that no one would ever dare re-inhabit this land. This side of the river is uninhabitable. I see. And you believe that the tower will make it through the bombardment, despite its base being so thin? Yes. The tower must keep its balance. I've studied its structure and I'm inclined to believe that it's rather earthquake resistant. It's like a weight on a steel spring. If no shell explodes in the opposite bank of the river, the polyhedron will remain intact. Shells will only fall where I point them to fall. Let it be so, then. Can you prove that this is a good way out? I can. Here are my arguments. A bacteria specimen, the vaccine, the blueprints, and the map charting the source of the pest. Are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me? I'm sure, Commander. The choice has been made.
There's more.
We're being manipulated.
Premonition.
Do I just pass time now? The end. Alright. Break time. I'll be back later.